It's kind of silly, this guy only has 19 behind. Okay. Crazy, clumsy man. What? Guys, we're getting started on a fun one. Nearly double pot jam with a rivered set. Let's go. And all right, guys. So we had fun yesterday doing the old, free roll shenanigans. Today we're back on the grind with a delay. And so far, got a little bit of what do we got here? We got some 500 action and some 200 action. Hey, why is there still a thwomp there? Get out of there, thwomp. We don't need that anymore. Yeah, it's a little bit of 500, a little bit of 200. Session's starting okay. Versus 4-bet call. I don't know, it's maybe like a bit of a big 4-bet, but I don't think that really matters. Like 7/6s hold their equity like really well. Ooh. Alright, hate the king high board. Love the fact that there's a 6-4 on it though. And now, like, I know in a lot of like 6 max spots we actually get like really aggressively on these boards and like don't really check call much, but I mean, I have to imagine like ranges are a heck of a lot wider here in heads up, so we'll just kind of do that a bit. So I'm gonna go for the check raise call here, which I don't know, seems pretty intuitive to me. 5 gives me an open ender. Shout out to Aquaman for buttoning. Shout out to the 4 regs who just left the table as soon as I sat. Let's play an ace-king. I am pretty sure I need to ship this against Cherry. I don't know, this is just like straight bottom of range type stuff. Hate the fact that the river's an ace, by the way. It's nice to dodge the snap call. Jerry's still never folded to me in his life, so I don't know why I'm setting 145 bucks on fire here, but I'm gonna keep doing it. Oh, is it the slow roll? Is it the slow roll? The last second call? That's not a slow roll, Cherry. What are you doing? This can be a 3-bet. Once I remember to what size I actually 3-bet. Matthew Gambles, good to see you. So I'm gonna steal like the playbook from like button versus blind type spots with this, and that's gonna have a lot of checking with 7s. The king's actually kind of interesting. I think we still go for the check on the king. Yes, a fam, the tomato throw into snap fold combo. Oh yeah, great combo. Oh, I mean, I still don't think this bet's right. I mean, I don't think it's ever a value bet. I'm just like contemplating the idea of just going for like a very big bet on turn, repping something like, the king 10, the king jack, king queen, stuff like that. But I don't think like that's required with the 7s at all. So just going for a check and like probably gonna like mix versus a bet, like if he happens to fire something. And he goes 26, which, I mean, like versus medium, like what'll this be? Probably like a half frequency type thing. Get like a reasonably high roll. Yeah, I guess I could do this. When he takes the size, I kind of expect him to mostly have just like an ace for value. I'd expect a bit bigger with the king, and we do pick off the bluff. Lovely. I think I'm happy just going for a medium-sized double. Also, guys, little flop set over here. We'll keep an eye on that. Ooh, Cherry goes for the lead. Call. John Mary, how you doing? What's the rake in this game? 5%. I think up to like $4. What on earth is going on here? So, I mean, this is exactly what I want, I guess, which is Pat going crazy. I think there just kind of has to be a raise. Like, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. This raise probably won't get much out of Cherry. I feel like this is just kind of like a gross raise. Like I have no idea what's going on here, but I like 100% have the best hand against Pat. Does he have a gutter? I mean, maybe. Okay, so 131 into 169, all in all the time. So the snap fold, Pat, I don't know, maybe had like Jack X of spades or something. Seems like a very reasonable thing to hold and be played that way. Newish table over here. Got a couple kings. Oh, okay. Moss the goat going for this little 3-bet. Super tiny 3-bet. Like, I don't know what we make this. I guess let's just triple it, like make it 36 here. Jack high board, perfect. I'm gonna c-bet, like with 76 in the middle and like 102 behind. I think we need to go like a quarter pot max, but I'm even thinking just going like 15% here. So I hate the ace, but like I'm literally never folding even if he does that. Yeah, all right. I feel like having the king here kind of sucks a little bit. And yeah, okay, nice hand. Today might not be one of those winning days. Matthew Gambles, you lied to me. Or wait, no, it wasn't Matt, it was Naveki. Naveki, you lied to me. How dare you? Oh, fun, okay. Pair of kings. The table broke here, so just back to playing cherry heads up a little bit. No 3-bet. It's not the best board, it's not the worst board. I think I am gonna start off with a bet here. Just go half. The 4 pairs. Do I hate that? Not really. I think that's just kind of okay. It's no more dangerous than any other card. Well, king's not dangerous. Let's just go for a second one here. Don't really want to get check raised. I feel like for obvious reasons, because, he can have better here. His value range when going for a raise would probably be something like trips plus. Cherry, how often are you going for the check call line against me with trips plus? You never have 9s. This is a weird spot. I think let's just go for a little overbet here. I think this is okay. I considered going like 3.5 times pot, but that just seems excessive. Like, surely I need a better hand in order to do that. I don't know, maybe I don't. Someday I'll get around to studying heads up, guys. Someday. How much plus do I do? I'd like to do more plus, but I do some plus. And okay, and looks like our heads up match might be over here because we got a few extra players joining the table. What did we get called by? Just like an 8? Yeah, cool. Got exactly what I wanted. I'm curious, Cherry, if you're in the chat, would you have called 3.5 times pot? Keep in mind, whatever answer you tell me, I might not believe you. I don't even know why I'm asking. Let's play the 6-5. Is this a table that I can join? It is, but it's not really running. Ooh, that's a fun flop. All right, let's actually go bigger here against Mucha on this flop. Oh, get raised. That's spicy. Mucha like snap raise. He always like snap actions. Go for the call. Open. Okay. All right. Hold on. What do we have going on here? We have the pair, we have the flush draw, and we have the open ender. What could possibly go wrong? Now this is actually like interesting. When he checks to me, I don't actually think I should bet this. I think I should just go check back. Oh, all right. Flush draw comes in. All right. I'm annoyed and I'm just calling. That's what I'm going with. Yeah. If he plays that differently, he can get my entire stack. But yeah, I'm never raising that. Oh, that's a fun one. He just goes for like the half here. Okay, I'm gonna have no stats on this whatsoever. This is just a fun check raise spot. Sizing wise, I don't know, make this like 20. That's kind of a crummy turn. Like, what do we do size-wise here? We go 40. There's like 130 in the pot. That actually like works quite well. Okay, I think we're gonna keep going with this. All right, and so like when I do this, obviously I have fold equity when I bet. I likely have outs to a 4. Of course, if the villain has a full house, I'm dead. And then I have outs to a 3, and here's one of my outs. And yeah, roughly pot size bet on the river. We dodge the snap call. Harry Armadillo, PS or 888, of course. And yeah, no ref code, but I do have a sign up link that Naveki so kindly popped in chat there. Thank you, Naveki. He is thinking about it. He does elect to go for the fold. That's it. That's the plug. Do we get to play this queen nine? We'll see. We need fold fold to be able to play this queen nine. Oh, there we go. We got the fold fold. Gonna raise up against Ice is Nice in the big blind. Fold to any sort of a 3-bet, but I mean, ideally, we don't get 3-bet. And 9 high board. I like to check quite a bit on these boards, so let's go ahead and start us off with a check. If he bets like really small, I guess we can like consider check raise here, but like for the most part, I think we're just going check call queen 9. And so he goes for medium. I mean, medium can be, could be a bunch of worse hands for value. Obviously, bunch of bluffs. Could be a lot of 9s, maybe like some 7s, some 3s. 5, okay, hold on. Ice is Nice, I'm pretty sure will be defending like pretty wide in the big blind. He's just that type of guy. Typically, blind versus blind, especially at like 200, you'll see players like should be folding 6-5 offsuits and should be 3-betting a lot with 6-5 suited. So like that 4 isn't actually terribly dangerous. I'd imagine he's not going for like, what was it, 2/3 on flop with pocket 4s, though there can be like some stuff like 3-4 in there, I guess. So like mostly don't really hate this turn card. But yeah, just seems like a nice call spot. And then so the deuce comes in on the river. Ace 5 with the clubs is probably a thing. Having the queen of clubs here does a nice amount of blocking. So like we'll call against a lot of river bets. If he goes for just like an all in, I'm pretty sure I'm still just supposed to click call. But I mean, I don't know, it gets a little bit uglier there. And yeah, he just goes for 50 and I don't think there's anything else to do here. Folding just seems outrageous. Raising seems weird, and this seems like way too strong of a hand to do that. And we pick off a nice little triple barrel with the Jack 10. Yeah, if he goes all in there, do I still just have to snap call? I feel like I do. Ooh, Rancid going for the raise. All right, let's defend via call here. Flop a double gutter. Don't think this is a board we lead on. Rancid, are we gonna play a big pot? He goes like medium size. I still probably want to check raise this quite often. Let's go like this. I'm not like randomizing this or anything against Rancid. I'm just going for the raise. We're having some fun here. Ooh, that's ooh, also I get onto a 500 table, maybe? That's kind of a crummy 500 table. I'll still sit it though. Well, let's just go for the little block on turn. Ooh. Okay. I think it's just block again, and then does Rancid have the moves to shove on me? Does he have the moves to shove on me with like ace 10 with a club? Surely he does, right? Does he ever shove like worse for value? If he has a king queen, I guess, but I feel like king queen's a little bit hard to have here. Ooh, he goes for it. All right, Rancid, I'm not folding to you. Maybe I should fold to you. I don't know, but I'm not going to do it. That's just not how this works. People try to bluff me once in a while, right? I'm going to call it like the very last second. It was the bluff. Good times, Rancid. Sorry, I'm trying not. I shouldn't be a dick about it. He jams, I call. He 4-bets, I jam. On a board like this, do we ever, like this might be just like a super low frequency check back, maybe like a 10 or 15%er. I do not roll that low, so let's just start off with half pot here. What do we want to do in terms of jams versus check raise? It kind of depends on how big he check raise. Like if he makes this 150, I think we just jam every single time. If he goes ahead and, just makes that like 100 or like 110, then I think it gets a little bit more complicated. On this ace on turn, I could go for like a small bet, but I'm just going to go for the check. I think that's fine. And then we're going to try to bluff catch a lot of rivers. When I go half pot on flop, he shouldn't be check calling with like every single ace high or anything. Ace queen is actually, if he's passive pre, ace queen will be like the most frequent one. If he's aggressive pre, he actually won't have it at all. Is this site legal in Texas? It is not. And really don't want to see like the double pot here. Like the double pot is kind of gross. If he goes for a check, I'm pretty sure I have to just go for the check back. Yeah, he goes for the 150. I think we just go ahead and click call. Kind of hate it. There's like Jack 10 combos. There's like 6-5 combos. There's potentially like some under pairs he could be turning into bluffs here. So let's go for the call here. Not thrilled about it. A7, that is a 2 pair. We're also going to go for a call here. This guy's kind of getting aggressive on this board. 2 kings. He check raised the turn, which is a little bit gross, but I don't expect that to be like with a lot of bear jacks, and this jack actually kind of makes it pretty hard to have like a lot of jack x 2 pair combos. So I don't know, we lose to like some straights and some full house stuff, but this is just going to be a call as well. So can we not lose on all the calls? Pretty please. Jack 7, it is going to be that one combo there. All right, we're losing on all the calls. Feels bad. So we're going to go ahead and call the 6750, and it's 10 high board. Great. Yeah, so he goes like quarter-ish. Honestly, I think I have options here. I think anything from like min raise to check shove to call is just like fine here. Let's go for the cheeky one. Let's just go for the check rip. So when I do this, he should be calling me with ace highs because there's a lot of money in the middle already, and we have ace king like absolutely crushed. So I don't know, that just seems like a bit of a fun one. We actually got a 4th player here. Maybe the table won't be breaking. We'll see. We'll try to keep it going. This is like a check always type spot, right? I think so. So we go for the check. Whether or not I continue against a flop bet, I think depends on what size he takes, and against a bet of that size, I will just take a peel. We're getting reasonably good odds, and I mean, king high is not that bad of a hand. It's not that good of a hand, but it's not that bad of a hand either. I think check raise doesn't really make much sense. Easy check fold if he happens to bet again, like even if he goes for a small bet. Oh, that's an interesting one. I actually think I'm going to take like how big of a bet can I go here without it just being like obscene? Like I can go for a bit of an overbet, right? Because I think I'll have a much higher frequency of the high clubs than he does when he goes for the small bet flop check back turn. I think a lot of his high clubs want to be in different lines, and like when I'm going for a check call on the flop, obviously I'm check calling, you know, something like the king jack no club there, but you know, also king jack with club, king queen, ace whatever with club, lots of that stuff coming along. It's nice to not get tanked on when I go for the overbet bluff. This primarily just goes check back turn, right? We have a very reasonable second pair plus open ender here. We are protected on a lot of rough rivers. I will go for the check back, I think. Also, what the heck is this board for pocket queens? I mean, if this is like ace king 5, I'm pretty sure I just like range bet this spot, and then instead we get this. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna like small bet versus the recreational player here. I assume I'm just gonna be check folding this. We'll see how that goes. But here I 3-bet pre against a downer and just kind of flopped pair plus nut flush draw, and that's pretty cool. And like I'm just gonna keep checking this to him. I'll try to maybe go like for 1 street on the river. And actually this one checked to the river, so I'm gonna bluff my good old 3 high. And he's got the pair of 6s. That's too bad. Rough river. What do we got over here? So honestly, no, I'm just gonna go for the third one. The third check here. And like not fold to a bet, very likely. But I mean, he goes all in. Yeah, that's not an all in. Yeah, I think it's just like a fairly standard click call here. Like after triple checking, we don't have like a ton of pairs. Like maybe this is supposed to be mixed. Like it's probably like 0 EV territory anyways. I don't think he's ever value betting a 10 for this size. I don't think my ace of clubs blocker does anything versus like ace 5 of clubs or anything here. So just like mediocre bluff catcher, and I am going to go ahead and click a call here. See how we do. We beat the 7 high. Love to see it. So I bluff, I got called, he bluffs, he gets called. Everybody bluffs once in a while, guys. And everybody gets called once in a while. It's unfortunately how it goes. Just tossing out a small bet here with the king 8, and then we get this fun turn. I think having the 8 in hand is kind of cool because we do block the third nuts here, which is 9-8 suited, or I guess 9-8 offsuit. So let's go for the bit of the bigger one here. I think this is kind of a cool combo, and we're actually like, I don't know, we're like really deep with this guy. So ideally he doesn't have something nice and stacks me in like $400 pot, but I don't know. I think this is a cool combo. I mean, it's probably just like follow through, like all in bluff for 4 times the pot. I mean, I should almost certainly frequency it. Like I am frequencying it on the flop turn. I think I'm just like autoing. I'll just like auto this. I think it's good. And all right, action's on you, Mr. Wheelchair. Well, let's see if we can break that streak of bluffs getting called. This is, I mean, it's a little over triple pot. When he's thinking about it. I wish I could show cards here. We're on the snap table, so I can't. But if he folds, I wish I could just show. It'd be a lot of fun. Is it the slow roll? No, it is not. Well, I hope he tunes into the stream to see that, because I don't know, it's more fun if you show, right? Meanwhile, I am in a cold 4-bet pot here against winning, and I just have ace-jack, and I'm just going for it with a couple bets, which I'm pretty sure is fine, but I don't know. It's like a little bit on the dicey side. I don't think I'm ever doing this with aces. Let's just go for the big bet. Yeah, sure. It's probably a spot I'm going to be over bluffing, by the way. There's just like so many double overcard combos you can have here. He goes for the ship and he has the 7-5. I mean, hey, if you want to 3-bet pre and then call my cold 4-bet with a 7-5, you're welcome to. Oh, geez. I mean, I don't know. Sizing like 15 big blinds here seems okay. It's kind of silly, you know, this guy only has 19 behind. Okay. Crazy, clumsy man. Who hurt you? What's going on there? But I mean, hey, the ace-5 offsuit wins. Nothing I can do about that one. So I'm actually going to go for the flat with king-queen here. I don't mind Fogman coming in and joining us. Don't necessarily mind being squeezed, though honestly I'd prefer not to. And so this is just like a mixed hand on the button versus under the gun. You could 3-bet it a bunch, you could flat it a bunch, whatever. And that is 2 overcards plus the good old flush draw. And downers shouldn't be c-betting much on this board, and I'm actually just going to do the cheeky thing here, and I'm going to go for the check back flop. Check back flop with the flush draw. I mean, we're 4 away. We got to be a little bit cautious. I hit the king, and I mean, just having like the king alone is very mediocre here. Having the king plus the second nut flush draw is actually quite nice. So expect downer to open up a little bit here. And he actually does take, I don't know, a fairly big bet. What's the idea of raise? Like I raise, I mean, I guess he has like a, I don't know, I'm going to say raise is dicey. I think call is standard. It's interesting because like I can raise this king queen and then he's going to call with like a bunch of like worse flush draws and stuff because there's just like infinite combo draws on this board. That being said, I think my range is like really capped here, so that could induce like some 3-bets coming out of the blinds, or for downer to just 3-bet, and then I mean we're still kind of like in an okay spot, but it's just an okay spot as opposed to a very nice one. And I mean, hey, that's cool. So queen 10s get there as well. There's no queen 10 of diamonds, no straight flush possible, and I'm gonna go ahead and assume that there's no 10-7 of diamonds possible. I'm actually just going to go for 3/4 here into 2 players. If I get check jammed on by Muck, that is like one of the grossest things I will ever see. Because I don't know how Muck has a bluff. Like he would have to have like ace-jack offsuit or something with the ace of diamonds. But he just goes for the call. The flush is good. What did he call with? He called with the low flush. Oh, the cheeky little low flush. Yeah, that works for me. Okay, a little bit more raid run good. Looks like down just over 400 bucks here, 414. So we've had a few days in a row of just this, you know, like kind of slow bleed losses, like nothing major at all. We were playing up to 500 nil today, so like I don't know, I'll call that like maybe 1.5 buy-ins once we have everything like everything averaged out. We ran at about EV, you know, which is fine. How do we do on like different stake levels? Lost less than a buy-in at 500, Lost just about 2 buy-ins at 200. It's like 1 3/4, and we made 3 buy-ins at 100. Okay, I mean, yeah, sure. Sure, I'll take it. Average all-in equity was low today because we lost a lot of all-ins, which, you know, causes the negative results. But there was, hold on, wait, was it this one? Hold on, where are you? What the heck was this nonsense? Give it a second to load here. I mean, I don't really care if the HUD shows or not. Okay, so we got Keg. I think this was like my first hand back in the pool, by the way. We got Keg going for the raise, phantom calls, crazy clumsy calls, I squeeze to 15, fold, jam, call, and he just has ace-5 offsuit. I mean, if we can't win those today, it's, I don't know, we're doomed. We're doomed. But anyways, yeah, down, I don't know, buy-in and a bit, 2 buy-ins, something like that, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.